Hi, this is XM Magneto, the white version. I actually bought this white version because I personally really love the white outfit. I'm not really that big a fan of the purple and red traditional, but I love this white outfit. This is also the last of the old XM design language where they used to have a quarter scale figure with really big bases, just out of this world dioramas. This was the last of the XM big dio based pieces, which is really cool. You have Magneto floating through the X, which really his legs key in through that center, and you've got the beautiful sculpted flowing cape. It's really just a phenomenal over the top piece that old XM design language used to be about. This is actually a gift from my dad, but like any other collector, it's just at the point where I have too much stuff incoming, number one, and Magneto just really doesn't fit in the grand scheme of things with my displays, and it also takes up a little bit too much room for everything else that I have that's coming that needs space, so I'm gonna have to let this go. There are no problems with this piece. This piece has been carefully displayed. Just be really careful if you ever try to move this, because it is beyond stupid heavy. Like, you have to take it apart, or at least take part of it apart to move it safely. This piece is number 005 out of the line, which means when it came to me brand new, it had already been sitting in a warehouse in Jakarta for some time, or it might have been in a warehouse in Singapore. But the point is that when it did come to me brand new, there are little paint schmutz when I open it out of the box. You can go back to my other video when I first unboxed it. I'll link it up here, and you'll see that this brown spot was there the day I got it. So was that, and there's a piece of schmutz over here as well, and that is, it's hard to tell. Let me move that back into the light, and then let's move the camera real quick. Okay, so there is some like a brown schmutz there. It's not a scratch, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try and rub it off because I don't want to do anything to the paint, but the point is that if you see little spots of these browns, they're like, this side here it looks like it's intentional. Where I was pointing at before, that's probably the white having been sitting in the warehouse too long, and honestly I'm not sure, but just something that you need to be aware of. To be honest, I even forgot about this until right now, because I mean, how often do you see it when you display it? So that's really it. There are no chips or defects. Here's another brown schmutz just from the paint. And there's one right here as well. So there are little paint schmutzes over the finish, but that is really it with this piece. I personally do love, this is my favorite portrait of the three. I mean, I actually really love this outfit personally. So yeah, there's a couple more schmutz places, like one is right over here, and there's two more spots of schmutz on the cape. Honestly, this is how it came, so, but I just wanted to point them out. I mean, you're never going to see them, but still. Email me paintcollectibles@gmail.com and we will go from there. If you're interested, it's first come first serve. I will hold it for 24 hours. If you don't respond in 24 hours, I'm going to move on to the next person who is interested in buying it. Payment options are going to be Zelle. After you email me, I'll tell you what Zelle to email to, or we can do a PayPal goods and services invoice. You will get an invoice from me, and you just have to pay it, and there will be fees included. All right, so it's really simple. We either do goods and services on PayPal, you will get an invoice, you have to pay the fee,
Or if you want to omit the fee entirely, we're going to do the transaction on Zelle. And that's how it's going to go. And again, we're only going to sell this through the channel. So if you see something that you like, email me and I will get back to you, hopefully within a couple hours. And then after that, you've got 24 hours to decide if this is something that you want or not. And if you don't, after 24 hours, I will release it to the next buyer. How is shipping going to work? That's a good question. Now we can do shipping one of two ways. I don't want you to think that I'm profiting over shipping, which I'm not. So if this is a piece that you want, get in contact with me, pinkcollectibles@gmail.com. You will get an address. You can then go ahead, shop around, go and get your own shipping label. That is one way of doing it. Now, if we do it that way, you are totally responsible for your own insurance, okay? So whether you insure it or not, it's up to you. You can choose however you want to do it, but that's on you. Now the other option is I can quote you a shipping quote. I generally use FedEx with the insurance, so that's an option too. It's however you want to do it and what makes it easier. So with that said, I hope that answers the question about this piece. You'll see the beautiful reboxing video and hopefully you will have your mindset at ease. Let's get to it.
Before we do that, there are a couple things we need to talk about. First, let's look at how gorgeous this art print is. You've got your book, and putting this together, you're gonna need it. You probably need to watch my unboxing video to see how to put things together, because this thing is actually not easy to do. And that's just like an insane amount of parts. But that being said, XM does not make them like this anymore. I mean, look at this giant X part that goes in the base. This is, I mean, it feels like metal. Looks like metal. It's not metal, but look at how insane this is. And this is the only XM piece that you're ever gonna see. Old XM with giant dioramas. This is the only XM that you're gonna see that you actually need a bolt, and a bolt to hold the piece together. And there's actually a bolt and a screw for the missile. So here's your missile, and here's a little screw that you're gonna need. And this is the only XM piece that you'll ever need a screwdriver to do anything with. Like, look at this monstrosity. So yeah. The other thing I want to address up the top is, this is the base. These are where those giant metal crossbars keyed into, and I didn't notice it until I took the metal bar off for the very first time ever since I put it on. But those metal bars from the pressure of putting the piece in. There's a small chip here, a small chip here. I mean, once you put the metal bars in, you're never gonna see them, but they're not even, I don't even know if they fell off or you can glue them back or they were just scratched, but unfortunately those are just two tiny imperfections that I can't do anything about. We are going to do the second layer first, but if you can see the top layer, this is the insanity that was packed into this box. So there's a reason why shipping on this is a lot more than usual, because it's just too heavy a box. Speaking of the base first, next we have the legs. So Schmitz here. Yeah, so these brown spots Like I said, you can watch my unboxing video, but these were there when I got them. These were just, I don't know, might have just been in the warehouse too long, but because I never saw them. I mean, after you put them together, you don't see them. At the time, I didn't think to reach out to XM about it. Cape and body is an entirely sculpted piece. And there's the peg there to the metal construct. Yeah, again, these brown spots were from the original, and I didn't really think too much of them to fix or to call XM. I mean, it's not like they would have to send you a new piece, I think. It's not overly heavy, but it is a beautiful sculpted flowing, but it is somewhat heavy. Speaking of the missile, here we have your peg to Magneto's belt. It also combines pins the body and the legs together. So I don't know where we're supposed to put the little screw for the missile, but this is the screw. I'm going to put it in the same bag as the peg for Magneto, and it's going to go into its designated spot, which is over there. Extension arm. And one of the switch arms. Another switch out arm. You got one of the balls. One of them goes in the top layer, one of them goes in this layer. There's your ball, and there's a sponge. It's probably my favorite portrait in the entire thing, and the white helmet just looks way too awesome. A nest. Very, very pretty. Pretty nice. And this is the last one, which I'm not a fan of because, yeah, I don't like the ball portrait at all. There are some pieces, 1, 2, 3 over there, that have never been taken out of the box. Alright, we're gonna work on this insane guy first. This guy next. Other ball. We have this monstrosity. This guy. Whee! This is your bolt to secure the cape body to the X base. You need a screwdriver. This guy. This guy. And what's left are all these little rebar pieces. This piece too is new. I have not taken it out. I didn't realize it was there. All right, everyone. Ooh, that was a lot of work. This took an hour to rebox based on the time clock on the camera. Let's put art print back. And there we go. XM Magneto is done, resealed, and ready to go to the new home. It's already been reserved, but if something falls through and this has to go back on the open market, then I'll update the thumbnail in the video with the price and that it's available for sale. But for now, it is reserved. But thank you guys for watching this video. Anyway, just to get an idea of anything, I hope it's a good idea for if you had this piece and you need to rebox it, here's your guide.
I hope this helps. I hope you see something you like and you want to pick up. And you know, regardless, I want to thank you for being a part of this channel and for helping me grow. So thank you guys so much. I'm Pain from Pain Collectibles.